Hello, welcome everyone. This is Patty Bennett, and I am sharing with you today a new color from Stampin' Up. We are going to be talking about Basic Beige, and it may not look like it from all the beautiful colors here, but I'll explain. So if you are watching live, welcome. Today is Friday, April 19th, and it should be 11 a.m. Pacific time, and that is my weekly live time to come share with you. So if you are watching live, please say hi. I see Marcy is here. Let me see. Let me just grab the... Oops. And it may not look like it from all the beautiful colors here. I had the sound off. I promise you I had the sound off. You don't need to hear me in stereo, that is for sure. So hi, Shan. Hey, Shannon. Welcome, everyone. If you're watching a replay, I want you to just skip ahead for a minute because we are just going to welcome the people who are joining live. I'll do some introductions, and then we will officially get started in about 60 seconds. So yes, hi, Jacqueline. Happy Friday to everyone. That is so true, right? Happy Friday, everybody. You know, it's so funny. Every Friday at exactly this time, the gardeners in the neighborhood behind our house always start their blower. It's like exactly at this time. They must be on such a schedule, and it just cracks me up. So I always have to run around and close the windows, and it is so funny. It is exactly at the same time. I don't know. They're obviously not watching me live. That is for sure. Hey, Lynette and Terry. Hey, Shella, Susan, Linda, Mary, Kathy. Hello, everybody. Hi, Donna. Welcome. Well, the gardeners, Jacqueline said you're lucky because ours start at 7 a.m. The gardeners have been there. It's just that at this exact time, they always start their blowers. I mean, you would think it would vary from Friday to Friday, but no, it's this exact minute. I don't know what it is. It's funny. Anyway, you didn't come here to listen to my woes about the gardeners, so let's get started. I just wanted to say welcome to everyone who is joining live. You'll see a little red live button on Facebook if you're joining live. Otherwise, you're probably watching a replay on my blog, on my Facebook page, or on YouTube. So welcome no matter how you are watching. My name is Patty Bennett. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I have been a demonstrator for almost 29 years, and I blog each day at pattystamps.com. I have 6,000 posts there for you. If you'd like some inspiration, feel free to visit when you're done with the video. And if you need a demonstrator or you need a catalog, the information is there. You can click the catalog request button, and I'd be happy to send you one. Hey, Robin. Hey, Tanya. Hey, Tracy, Cindy, Robin, Darlis, Jane, Mary. Hey, everybody. Hello. Hi, Lisa. Hello, everybody. So today I thought we would talk about the new Stampin' Up! Color called Basic Beige. And I thought I would do a little kind of a commercial almost for Basic Beige. I'm going to move these things. Hang on. It's going to be much easier to concentrate without all the beautiful color of the cards we're going to make today. So let's talk about Basic Beige. Let's just leave that on the screen for right now. So Basic Beige is a new color that Stampin' Up! Introduced in this new catalog. If you haven't seen the new catalog, this is what the cover looks like. No, it is not a patio furniture catalog. It is actually our Stampin' Up! Catalog. We're going to talk in depth about this catalog in a couple of weeks. Well, actually, pretty soon, on May 1st. I'm going to show you the inside. I'm going to show you how I do all my tabs, how I organize, how I find things in the catalog. But all of my customers should have received their catalog so far. If you're not a current customer and you need one, you can request one through my blog, pattystamps.com/catalog. But anyway, a new color is Basic Beige. And we got to see it at the on-stage event in Houston in March, and complete honesty, my first thought was blah. Like it's beige. To me, beige is kind of blah. But I mean, it's not meant to be a beautiful color like we think of pinks and purples and reds and yellows, right? It's meant to be a neutral, a basic, like vanilla. So there's your comparison. Let me actually separate it this way. There's a comparison. So vanilla, is an off-white. Beige is a neighbor, but darker. And then here's a comparison with crumb cake. So it gets darker, and then pecan pie is warmer and darker. So I just thought you'd like to see sort of how it maybe fits in with some neutral colors. For me personally, I like basic white and bright colors. So when you look, remember we talked about this color wheel before. When you look at this, I tend to lean towards these colors over here paired with white. The fall-ish colors pair lovely with vanilla that we are used to, right? So if I put vanilla there, you can see how lovely that is with your fall colors. But then they will also be beautiful with beige. Of course, the bright colors will too, but I'm just saying there's a difference, and it just kind of depends how you are wired to enjoy color. For me, it's the brighter colors paired with white. Other people tend to lean towards the fall-ish colors and more of a vanilla or a beige. So nothing wrong with either way. I'm just saying that's how, or maybe that's why my reaction to basic beige was like, oh, sorry about that. Was kind of like, eh. So I put kind of a little a cry for help, shall we say, on my business page a couple weeks ago, and I said, help, how would you use basic beige? We have the ribbon, we have the cardstock, we have the ink pad, we will have the ink refill. It's not available yet. And I said, help, how would you use basic beige? And there were 48 responses, so thank you if you were one of those people that helped me with a suggestion. The number one suggestion was to use it with no line watercoloring. And I am not good at no line watercoloring, but what I tried it with was no line ink blending. So here is an image that I used with the Layers of Beauty, which is a new set. I'll show it to you in a minute. Stamp set, dies, and masks. I stamped it with basic beige. Here's a comparison with what we would think of as, I don't want to say normal, but I mean, you would tend to gravitate towards stamping in black and then using the masks. So I wanted you to see that difference. And I thought, this is something I could really see me enjoying with the basic beige ink pad. So that's kind of what we're going to talk about today a little more. I will make this for you, and then we'll make it into a card. So I'm going to show you that. I wanted to show you the difference also. Same idea, but doing it with blues. So here we have stamped in black, which, you might think of like normal, right? Or I don't want to say normal. I don't know what the word is. You would just tend to gravitate towards grabbing your black pad to stamp an outline image, but you can stamp an outline image in any color. And then here is stamping it in basic beige, same exact masks and colors and blending brushes. So big difference, right? This is far more like artistic, almost a watercolored look. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And I just thought it would be a good opportunity to introduce basic beige to you. tell you about the product, compare it to other colors, and then show you a way to use it. So there were lots of other suggestions for using Basic Beige, and I do again thank all of you who participated in that little kind of a mini poll and to help me to see ways that you might want to use it. So I did incorporate it today in a couple of finished cards. We'll look at that and then we'll get going with the masking. So let's bring in the products that we're using today. So this is the Layers of Beauty stamp set. Sorry, I was seeing there's like a weird spot over here, but I don't think you're seeing it. I'm not going to worry about it. Never mind. It's some, I don't know where it's coming from. Anyway, sorry. Layers of Beauty is a stamp set. It has matching dies and it has a set of masks. So you can get it all as a bundle, which I always suggest because then you won't miss part of the products. And I'll show you, you're going to use, well, I used all 5 masks in this set and blending brushes and ink to color in this image. This is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to color, or ink blend, I guess would be the right way to say it today. And then I'm going to die cut it and make it into a finished card. I always suggest that when you're playing around with colors, always write down the colors, because if you're like me, you'll think, oh, I'm not going to forget. I know I'll remember what I used. But let me just show you, when you start using tons and tons of different colors and you start making lots of different projects, trust me, you're going to forget at least one of the colors. Well, unless you are like superhuman brain memory. I don't always remember. I mean, I can guess pretty good, but sometimes I just need that reminder. So like I have stuck all my little cheat sheets inside my cards so that as we look at these today, I can share with you the colors that I used. I have pre-stamped this beautiful rose image. You know me, I love roses. If you follow along my account, you'll know that I absolutely love roses. I have lots in my garden. So here it is stamped with, I almost said river rock. If for those of you who have been around a long time, doesn't this remind you of river rock a bit? It's Basic Beige, but sorry for the slip. It's just, this is what it reminds me of. So this is in Basic Beige and this is in black. And we're going to use our blending brushes and ink pads to do this one today, just so you can see how easy and how beautiful this is. And you might think, looking at this, that I used several colors, but really it's only 3. It's peach pie and pumpkin pie for the flowers and old olive for the leaves. So I have my peach brush, my pumpkin pie brush, and my old olive brush. And sorry, I need to scoot this over a bit. Sorry, I just looked and saw that. Oh, Joan says she still has River Rock. Yeah, so some of you still remember, right? Yep, Louise says she'll look up her River Rock. So hello, everybody. Welcome. I'm sorry that I missed some comments here. Okay, Patricia likes the outline in Basic Beige. I do too. At first, I thought, oh, that's so light. I don't know, but it really turns out beautiful. Yes, great for weddings and anniversaries. Oh, Bev, I'm sorry you couldn't find me. I'm always right here on my business page at 11 a.m. on Fridays, Pacific time on Fridays. Sorry for my reach. Old olive pumpkin pie and the new peach pie. So this is a new color. And remember when we just talked about on the color wheel, and I said, these are the colors that I feel go best with vanilla and beige. That's why I'm using these, because they're all over here. And I think that it really pulls out the warm tones of those colors when you use a warmer color instead of a cold, cool color. All right, so we have our peach. And remember this little tip, you leave it partway open and you can put your brush right there and then it doesn't fall all over and get all over. I love that tip. And our masks, I am going to start, there's a number, it's really hard to see, but in person you can see it. This is number 1, and I'm going to start with this one. It's the largest one. If you want to tape down or somehow adhere your paper that you've stamped on to your grid paper and you want to also adhere this, you can. I don't. It's really easier for me just to hold it, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to get the peach ink on my brush. I am going to give a little dab over here just because, see that dark blob? You don't want a super dark blob on your project. Start on the mask with a swirling motion. And if you watched my previous video, the Enduring Beauty, it's very similar with the masks. And what I like to do is allow some darker and lighter areas with the first application of color. I feel that it makes a little more interest. It provides a little more interest. It already gives you some shading without using another color or another mask. So there we go. That's our first application of peach pie. Then number 2 has some extra little detailed spots here. So you can see that we are going to give some extra depth and color. You can see that pretty much in here. And I did it again with peach pie. You could go to a different color, but I elected to just add a second layer of peach pie. You can apply as much or as little as you like. And I find it's really kind of fun to experiment and to try this in different ways. Try adding lots of color on your second one. Try adding just a little bit of color. You can do whatever you'd like. So look at that. Now we have some extra depth with just using that second mask, but the same color. Then we have one more for the flowers, and this is where I switched to a little darker shade. So instead of peach pie, I added pumpkin pie. Let me see, there was, thank you, Judy. She says she loves my thoughts on coloring. And, you know, I'll just say again, it's just my opinion and it's what's pleasing to my eye. So please don't think that what I say is the only way that you need to do something or that you have to do it the way I do it. Do what is pleasing to your eye. You know, God made us all different and we all like different things. You know, coffee, tea, Pepsi, Coke, right? I mean, ketchup or ranch, right? We all like different things. So do what works for you. But I'm glad that you enjoyed hearing my little color theory there. Okay, so that's it for those flowers. 2 layers of peach pie and then the detailed layer with pumpkin pie. And isn't it just so beautiful with that softer outline stamped in? I almost said it again. Basic Beige. That is so funny. I don't know why. I probably will start saying River Rock. I don't know. Rita says, I missed the name of the flower. It is called, let me get the stamp set. Hang on, where'd I put it? Oh, here it is. Layers of Beauty. It's in the new catalog. It is similar to Enduring Beauty that we have had for a few months. And that's the image I stamped in Basic Beige to do the ink blending. It also comes with, in a big bundle, you can get the dies and you can also get these stencils. Well, sorry, I call them stencils. Stampin' Up calls them masks. I'm old. I was crafting in the 70s and 80s and I call them stencils. Sorry, Stampin' Up. All right, so now we are going to work on the leaves, and I wanted to try to keep it fairly subtle. So I tried to go kind of light with the green. I chose Old Olive because it's a nice, rich yellow green that goes well with this yellowish peach tone. And I tried not to make it too dark. You can always add more layers of ink. When you're doing this technique, you really can't take the ink off. So it really is always better to start light and add another layer if you wanted it darker. So let's peek. Let's look and see. Oh, that's very soft. I think I'm going to go with that. Let me add just a couple spots. Just a tiny little bit in a couple spots. Like, I'm just going to darken up right there. And right here where the leaves would kind of be coming from underneath that rose. And right there coming from underneath the rose. Okay, just a little bit. Yeah. So do you see that? So you see how it kind of looks like it's coming out from under the rose a little bit there? And then we'll add this layer for the detail. And let's see. Oh, Brenda, thank you. She says, after watching your demonstration, I need to do another pre-order. This is amazing. So yes, I should say that this is available as a demonstrator pre-order item right now. It will be available to customers on May 1st when the catalog goes live. So if you are interested in ordering early and you are a customer, you do have that option to join as a demonstrator with the starter kit purchase, and then you can order early. But otherwise, will be available on May 1st. Okay, let's see how this looks. I'm going to try to keep this a little bit lighter. See how this was really dark over here? And I thought it would be nice to maybe do one that's a little bit softer. Okay, a little bit more, a little more detail. Sorry, just taking a minute to line it back up. Okay, a little more detail, just a little bit. Not everywhere, just kind of here and there. Yep, I like that. Oh, I like that a lot. Okay, so I'll lift it up and show you. So again, Old Olive, Peach Pie, Pumpkin Pie. Those were the colors. And here is that result using the Basic Beige for the stamping. What do you think? Do you think it's really beautiful? I do. I think it's really lovely. Let's do that comparison again with black ink versus the Basic Beige. It's just a different look. There's no right or wrong. There's no, you must do this or that. It's just a different look. And this to me looks like I was a little more artistic than I really am. You know what I mean? It's almost like a beautiful watercolor look, whereas this is more like, I call it coloring book, where the outline is black and you color something in. And I really think that that's really beautiful. Oh, good. You like it. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Okay, I see your comments. I see you. Yeah, Louise says I call them stencils too. Yep, not the only one, definitely. Yep, softer look. Uh-huh. Thank you. I'm reading your comments. Yep. I'm glad you all like it. I think it really turned out pretty. So what I'd like to do is go ahead and die cut this, and I sort of have a little something in mind to finish off the card. And so we'll finish that together. And then I want to show you how I used the basic beige with this beautiful new Thoughtful Designs paper. So we're going to look at that in just a minute. I'm putting it right there so I won't forget. So I'm going to go ahead and die cut this. I did want to show you that in the dies, so you have the big one that's going to cut this out, but there's also, well, there's several other pieces, but this piece right here, if you just want to cut out that flower and add it to another project or pop that flower up, there is that separate die. I think that's really cool. I'm so glad that Stampin' Up! Did that. So I will align this and cut it out. Okay, I think it looks good. So please hold. Let me turn around and cut this. Finally, those gardeners are quiet. Delightful. And by the way, these little Post-it flags, I just leave them stuck onto my dies, and I just stick them right back onto my magnet card, and I just keep reusing them. There's no need to toss those, so I like to just keep them handy right on the die. Just, you know, again, no right or wrong, just a way to do it. So I'm going to keep that so I don't forget that color combo. And then I experimented before we went live here with different colors, and I really liked the peach pie card base and this layer of embossed. It's called Eyelet something. Hang on, I have it over here. Eyelet 3D, I think. It's new. Eyelet 3D. There you can see. And I think this is going to be a great, just a really kind of a neutral-ish pattern to use. And then to add this on top and sort of keep this just really simple. I kind of liked that. I want to show you, before I glue that down, I also tried out the basic beige as a layer and a base card. So this one you can see was flamingo, daffodil, poppy, real red, lemon lime, and granny apple. Lots of colors on that one, but paired with the basic beige to kind of let those colors really pop and stand out. And then this paper, oh my gosh, have you used this yet from the demonstrator pre-order? The full 12 by 12 sheets are actually like a huge ombre. Let me take one out. So I don't know if you can tell, but it goes from light to dark on the full 12 by 12 sheets. Aren't they gorgeous? And then of course I've already cut some up and whatnot, but it's just 5 sheets, 5 colors, and they range from light to dark. So if you were using this as a full 12 by 12, like you were making a bag or a box, or a scrapbook layout, you'd see the whole thing. But for me, I selected and cut out the portion that I wanted to use and highlight in my card. And again, it's called Thoughtful Designs. So I put that in the background, layered it onto the basic beige, and I thought that was really kind of pretty and soft. Here's another, I think, oh, I did 3 of them total. So here is the purplish one. And I did the white with that because that's a cooler color, right? We want to go white with a cool color, and we want to do warmer with the warm color here. And then I thought this just turned out gorgeous. And you know me, I'm not really a purple person, but I absolutely loved this. And I wanted to call your attention to, when you die cut this piece, you can turn it really any way that you want. So this one, you can see I turned it this direction and I brought it down in the corner so that I had space up here. Whereas here, look at the difference. It's flipped completely upside down. So this flower went down here and I put it smack in the middle. You can get a really different look. And then the other thing, of course, that you can do, 2 other things, you could snip right along here, and you could have 2 separate pieces. You could use that die that we looked at, or, I don't know if you caught this, I only stamped part of it on this one, and I haven't finished it into a card. But this is really versatile. You can kind of do whatever you'd like to do with this big image. Okay, this one, and then one more, and then I have this one with Flirty Flamingo in the background because I pulled that in from some of the ink that I used. And isn't it pretty? You can see how it shimmers. It really picks up the light. So this paper is gorgeous. And I did want to mention, I've shown these before for several years, but my friend Melanie Hawken makes these little samplers. You can find her at melsinkyfingers.com. I think she's closing this offer pretty soon, though, for the annual catalog papers. And she puts a sampler of each paper, and she puts the coordinating colors on the back, as well as the catalog you can find it in, and the item code. And I love these. I think they are super handy. So let me just leave that there for a minute if you wanted to find her and order those. Like I said, I'm pretty sure she's closing this offer fairly soon. But, oh great, what'd I do with my flower? Hang on. It must have stuck. Oh no! Where'd it go? Did anybody see what happened to it? That's hysterical. You saw me. I had it cut, right? I die cut it. There it is. Whew! It got put in the stack. Oh, that scared me. I was like, what happened? All right. So I just thought that would be lovely. I wasn't sure if I wanted to use... Oh my gosh, I've already gone through a whole roll of peach ribbon. This will be my second roll. Let's see what the peach ribbon would look like. I think I might be leaning towards no ribbon or maybe some white ribbon. But I was thinking about maybe that underneath and a knot. I don't know if it needs that ribbon. I don't know. But I was thinking about this ribbon. Oh, that's light and airy and pretty. I think I'll do that. Excuse my arm again. Sorry, I should have had my supplies handier. Oh, okay, Renee, yeah, you can watch the replay, definitely. Thank you, Stacy. She says she loves how I choose my color combos. Hang on one sec. I think I'm going to bump the camera, but I don't mean to. Oh, I'm so sorry. I did it. I bumped it. I'm sorry. I was showing my team this week that I have this set of hat pins from my, I don't know, great aunts, great aunts, whatever. And I finally decided, you know what? I'm just going to use one of them so that whenever my Tombow glue needs unsticking, I have a nice long pin to stick in there. I have a whole bunch of them. So I'm going to add that. Oh, the beige ribbon? Well, since I'm using white, I don't think I'll use the beige. But let's see what it looks like. Let's see. You never know. You know, Robin, that might just be beautiful. You know, what the heck? We can always take it off if we don't like it. Let's try that, Robin. I think that's a wonderful suggestion. Okay, then the dilemma becomes bow or not. I think I want to try a bow. Just because you see a little bit more of the ribbon when you do a bow than a knot. And we can always take this off and untie it and not use it if we don't like it, right? Well, let's see. You know what? That is absolutely gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Robin. What a fabulous suggestion. I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but the basic beige really brings out, you can almost just barely see the outline. It brings that out, plus the green, because it has a green undertone. And really, okay, in person, I'm telling you that's beautiful. Robin, you're amazing. Thank you for that. Thank you, thank you. So let's pop this up on our foam adhesive sheets. And I'm just going to grab some scraps and start with that, and then we'll fill it in. How fun. I am so glad you suggested that. I am so glad. And you know what's interesting then? What we just proved is that the beige and the white can actually work together, which I wouldn't have thought. I mean, that wouldn't have been obviously, wasn't my first thought. So I'm really grateful that you suggested it because my brain didn't go that direction. I love it, Robin. In fact, I think I should probably send her this card because it's just brilliant. Look how pretty. Oh my goodness. I am really liking that a lot. A lot. Wow. Okay. So then what do we want to do for, I think, for an embellishment? I think I want to go with some of the peach pie embellishments from the new, are they called Shimmer Gems. I have another pack, but they're put away at the moment with my supplies for prepping for our upcoming May class, and I don't want to dig those out. So I'm just going to use a new pack. And I don't know if you can hear the blue jays out there. They're squawking at me because they want peanuts. And they're giving me the what's for outside. They are just telling me to get myself out there and give them their peanuts today. That's so funny. Okay. Now I know that this really could have a greeting up here, but I'm just sort of feeling like the greeting could just go on the inside and we just sort of leave this alone. I don't know. What do you think? I just think that it's elegant and it can just live on its own like this. I think it's so very pretty. So there. So that is how I used Basic Beige in comparison to stamping it in black. And I'm going to finish off this card after our live. So the finished card in blue and this finished card will be on my blog tomorrow. So that will be April 20th. And then later, probably in May, I am going to post all of these that I worked on, these other cards that I used the same supplies but did in black. So those will be on my blog later. One thing I wanted to show you, going back to the beginning here in Basic Beige, I thought that possibly one of our natural tone Stampin' Blends would match it, but really nothing does. And I tried ivory. You know, we have the ivory and bronze dual set. That's the closest. And then I just took a guess. I thought, oh, maybe combine ivory with one of these, but that didn't work. So like, just here, pretend that's not there. So if you're looking for a blend to be close, it's going to be ivory, but it's not a match. So just so you know, it's not a match, but it was the closest thing I could find. I had that over here to show you. And I'm just looking, hang on, I'm just looking to make sure, did I have anything else I needed to show you? And I don't think so. So I'm going to hang out a minute and take questions and look back through your comments and your questions. But thank you for joining me live. Thank you for your input. Thank you for hanging out with me. Next week, we'll have another fun live with more projects. And then don't forget on May 1st, which is a Wednesday, not my normal day, I'll be doing that catalog walkthrough with you with all of the tabs that I do and how I organized my catalog. I just can't show it to you before May 1st. What are the blues I used? It's on here. Oh, I think it was on this one. Did I put it on here? Here it is. It was boho blue. All 3 layers are boho blue and shamrock for the green. That's what I used for the blue. Fun with Basic Beige. I know, Robin. It's funny because Basic Beige seems so blah. But yes, thanks, Margaret. We are just ending, so please watch the replay. Thank you, Louise. Thank you, Kelly and Donna and Christine and Esther. Yeah, never would have thought of that, Judy. Yeah, put the greeting inside. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Tammy. I'm just checking here. Any other questions? Yep, outside my comfort zone, Tammy. That was way out of my comfort zone. Totally out of my comfort zone. I'm just checking. Hang on with me 1 second here. Basic Beige cardstock for the sentiment to make it stand out. Yes, could do that, definitely. Did you do flowers on beige or white? All of my flowers are on white. Everything was done on white. It's the ink that I was talking about that was different. So I was showing the difference of stamping in black versus stamping in Basic Beige, but the ink is all the same. Everything was on white. I did everything on white cardstock. And yes, it does have a green undertone, to whoever was asking that. It does. That's why I thought that this olive was so pretty with it, because it really pulls in that warm green tone in the Basic Beige. Okay, I don't see any other questions. Let me just make sure. Oh, Jeanette, that's fun. You're thinking of joining. Okay, that is awesome. I am glad to hear that. Thank you, Mo. I'm glad you like the yellows. Thank you, Margaret. Thank you, Grace and Lisa. Thank you, everybody. So sweet of you. Thanks, Susan. Yes, Louise, no blends in basic beige. That's why I was saying I think the closest will be the ivory marker. If you wanted to do some coloring, it would be the ivory. This is a 2-pack called Ivory and Bronze, if you're looking for that. Oh, thank you, Patricia. She says she's so inspired after watching. Thank you. Thanks, Judy. You are so sweet. Well, thank you again, everyone. I hope you all have a fabulous weekend, and I hope that you will enjoy experimenting with color. Check pattystamps.com for these cards. These two will be on my blog tomorrow, and the rest will be on my blog in May. Have a fabulous weekend. I will see you all next week. Bye.